I'm Rupert. I'm with the National Training School of the Military, and they sent me down here to deal with some problems in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I am Zoya Raza. Dang it, sorry. Gladiator, and just simply interested in what the hell is going on in the city.
I'm Desi. I just came to this town to see what was going on, as as where I work at, so to speak, wanted me to come here. So.
Alright. And with that, all of you travel to the city of Holmborto. Each of you coming from different areas, but all arriving at the same time. You all arrived at the Eastern Gate, the gate closest to the docks, and I'm going to just show you guys a picture of what you'll be looking at. There we go. And just for reference, here's the city. So you'll be coming from the southeastern gate, that bottom right gate. That bottom right road.
So that's like what, 5?
Yeah, near number 5.
Or is it?
I
Okay.
think it's 5. Yeah. And as you all come walking down the street, not noticing each other, of course, each of you sort of notice that the streets seem kind of packed, as everyone seems to be walking towards the gate. In fact, it seems like a lot of people rushing as well, as if they're trying to get to work, as the sun is rising up behind you in the east.
Okay.
And for the most part, it seems calm in a way. In fact, as people are talking, you hear them speaking in a Rusanic flavor of common, using different words and such like that. But some of them seem to be grumbling as well, as if they're all irritated by something. Would anyone like to roll perception to overhear conversations?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah.
I will. Give me a moment.
Can I just roll on the thing? 20?
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
Perception. 1 sec.
You know what? I just get my fucking dice.
That's a solid 23.
Natural or unnatural?
Unnatural.
Okay.
By 1.
Oh damn, that's a 7.
Alright.
I don't see shit.
And Perry?
Forgot to pull up the character sheet.
That's fine.
Give me a second. Give me a hot second here.
Am I red?
Hmm?
No, on the roll 20 thing.
No.
I'm red.
You seem to be a bit brown to me.
Yeah, I got brown as well.
I guess it's dependent on which screen you look at.
Oh no, on mine she's brown as well. I'm changing mine to purple.
Wow. Might as well change mine to black.
I wanna be blue. Where the cow close to comical. Skibidoo.
Crit fail for me.
Darn.
Zoya, you are completely oblivious to what is going on around you. You're just in awe as you get closer to the city. But for Desi and Rupert, both of you hear different grumblings about the Roman noble in the city. They've been cutting down shipments again. They've been putting more tariffs on them too, as if they want our goods to not sell out there in the West. I know, right? I've been hearing that that guy has been stirring up trouble again, though. Wait, as in Trotsky? The Trotsky? Oh yeah. What, you thought he was a legend? No, I just didn't think that he was here. Oh yeah, he's definitely here, all right.
Quick question: is his first name Leon?
No, his name is Alexander.
Damn.
As I later bring
Damn.
up.
So the guy's name is Trotsky, not a character, or Trotsky.
Alexander Trotsky. I will copy and paste his name in the discussion chat so that way you guys can get it.
Okay.
Yes. Zoya, after a little while.
Nine.
Hmm,
So 7 for one and 9 for the.
got it. And with that, so 7 for the first one, near death.
What about the other?
The other one, he looks slightly injured.
Okay.
Because you said 9 for the other one?
Yes.
Yeah, he's fine for the most part.
What do you mean he fine?
He's taking hits, but he seems like he's just shrugging along. And the sniper
Right.
group is going to train in on Desi and Zoya. So first one,
No.
Desi. That's a 22. There's a 22 hit.
Fuck. Yes, it does.
You take 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
There.
I
And,
guess this is what we doing.
and next up, and fire again. That's an unnatural 20
On.
on Desi. So 2 piercing
Wait,
damage.
what happened?
You got fired on again, unnatural 20 to hit.
Okay.
You got dealt 2 piercing damage because my D12 seemed to want to roll low today.
Fine.
And finally, Zoya. 21.
Yep, that hits.
You take 11 piercing damage, but half that, I think that's about 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
All right.
I'm sorry, right now I'm eating shrimp and I have to peel off the skins.
That's fine. Next up are the guards' turns. In fact, as they're going to march up even further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're all going to take aim and fire at ground group at the lone commander of ground group 1. That hits. That hits. That hits. That's a nat 20. That does not hit. That doesn't. That hits. That's another nat 20. That hits. Hit. Miss. 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 Alright. So he takes a combined. Man, I wish I had more d12s. So he takes. So that's 17. That's 24. That's 35. And that's 43. He takes 43 piercing damage as he is riddled with bullets once again. In fact, he is bloodied now. And next up is...
After all that, he's just bloody? What the fuck?
We hit below half health at least. Next up is Zoya.
Okay, who's still standing up in front of me?
There's the leader and there's a bandit to his right.
Screw the leader. Give me a moment here.
Alright.
First attack. I doubt a 9 hits.
What's your plus?
That's the total.
Oh, yeah, that misses for the leader.
Alright. Then I'll change and target the bandit.
Alright.
Does a 19 total hit.
That hits. What's your minimum damage?
Let me figure that out. Minimum damage. 6 from a weapon. And then 4 from my rage power. 10,
That's your
I
minimum?
believe. Yeah.
Roll.
Yeah. I rolled, gotten okay. 12 plus
That kills him.
5.
So, would you like to describe how you kill this bandit?
Stop.
Bringing her warhammer down on top of this bandit, it makes contact with his head, and just pushes it down and down and down until basically his head goes straight into his chest.
Got it. And with the he's dead. And with that, the dragon and his dragon knight are gonna go next, as they're going to attack sniper group. That misses. That misses. That hits. So he takes. Actually, no, all of those hit. Actually, I forget his plus to hit. So he takes. Oh, he takes 2d. He takes 2d10 plus 2d plus 46.
Oh no, who's dead now?
He might survive. You never know. Especially with these low rolls I just made. So that's a 2. That's 6. That's 10. That is. He takes 32 damage as he is barely alive. Like, he looks like he's about to keel over right now. Alright, and next up is Ground Group 2. It's just the leader left, and he's going to attack Rupert. Right, next up is... Alright, so that is a half-orc captain, so roll to hit. Does a 19 hit? Rupert.
Oh, sorry, half asleep. Yes, it hits.
Alright, next one. 22 hits, I assume.
Yep,
And an 11 and a 14 misses, I assume.
correct.
Alright, you take a combined. You take a combined. You take 20 slashing damage.
Ooh, I'm almost dead.
And with that, Sniper Group 1 is going to try and fire at that frickin' dragon that's over there on the rooftops.
By the way, I am bloodied.
Oof.
Heavily.
Miss. Hit. Miss. The dragon's going to take 8 piercing damage. Let me note that down.
What is it, Mark?
Alright.
What?
And it is now Rupert's turn, in fact.
Wait a second. Alright, I am going to first use a bonus action to activate Branding Smite, and then I will swing at the captain.
Alright, roll to hit.
Twice. So,
Alright.
does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does hit. Next attack.
Does a 25 hit?
Yep, it hits. Roll damage.
The D10 plus 2d6. First one does 16 plus 5, 21 damage.
Oof. Got it. So, alright, I think you made it. Yep, you definitely made him bloodied in that instance.
The next one does 23 damage.
He is encroaching upon death right now. As we moved on to Ground Group 4, which is gonna attack Zoya. Since it's just the captain. Actually, no, it's the captain and his friend on the right. So, going with the bandit that's attacking Desi. That's a 14. That's a 15. Neither hits, I assume.
For me?
Yep.
No.
Alright, and next up for Zoya. First one's gonna be a 17.
Yep, that hits.
Next one is gonna be a 16.
Yep, that hits.
And last one, he's gonna take out his pistol and try to fire at you with disadvantage. That's a 10. That's a 10, so yeah. So you
basically planks off her, grazes her chest or something, or grazes her gut or something like that.
you take 17 slashing damage, with halved would be about 8.
Alright.
And with that, we do move on to ground group 1, as they're going to try and attack Rupert, in fact. As they charge in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rupert, you are now flanked, which means they get advantage. 23. Rupert.
Yep.
Alright. Next one is a 24. I'm assuming that hits. You take out his pistol
Yep.
and fire. That's a 12. That does not hit. Because he takes disadvantage on that.
Right.
So you take a combined... You take a combined 11 slashing damage.
I'm still alive. Yay.
Sniper Group 2. Noticing that their friends are in trouble and thinking about it, they're going to actually start moving away from the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be right back. Gonna pause recording. Okay, starting back off once again. The bandit group, Sniper Group 2, has escaped the area as they dashed away out of your line of sight, and all the commoners for the most part were able to escape. As we now go up to Ground Group 3, where they're going to attack Rupert. That's an unnatural 20, so I assume that hits.
Yes.
That's 6 damage, 6 slashing.
I'm dead.
You're down.
Yes.
All right.
They've all been focusing me.
You are downed as they turn their attention towards Desi. Those are nat ones both times. So they're going to... So as a result, they miss their swing, giving Desi an attack of opportunity.
Cookie, or Desi, disappeared from chat for whatever reason, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think they have a D10, so... Let's... So they deal 7 damage to that bandit. Dealing... Alright. 26. Dealing 26 damage total. And with that, he's going to attack once again. He's going to miss that time as we move on to Sniper Group 4. And noticing the casualties, they're going to start moving... Actually, no, Sniper Group 4 was the one who fled, along with... Actually, they're right there, so they're going to try and attack the dragon. They roll a nat 1, so attack of opportunity. That hits, and they're dead. Sniper Group 4 has been deleted. It's now Desi's turn. I'm going to assume that Desi's going to try and hit either bandit, so... First one. That hits. She kills him. And with the second one, she's going to roll to hit on Ground Group 3's other guy. That one's going to miss, unfortunately. And with that, Sniper Group 3 is going to do the same. It's going to do the same thing. As notice that things aren't going their way that well. The Knights are going to advance. 6. And you notice them right near you guys as they take aim and fire at the remaining bandits. And they're going to hit, killing... Actually, let me roll damage for them. That hits. That's oh wow. Jeez. Okay, so he's dead. He's actually dead looking at his health. And with that, you have this bandit brought down to near death kind of. And this one, he's even worse off as he seems near death as well. And with that, we move on to Zoya's turn.
So there's only two bandit captains left here.
Yep, on the ground.
Alright, well. Zoya will go to swing at each of them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to try to down them.
Alright.
Holding enough restraint in her rage to try to... if she can. Okay, does a 16 hit?
That hits.
8 plus 6 is...
They are downed.
Okay.
As you take a swipe at their legs, and you hear bones shatter as your weapon hits them, and they are knocked to the ground. And for the next one,
I doubt a 10 hits.
10 does not hit.
Dang it. Then nothing. Then yeah, nothing.
Right. And with that, Sniper Group 1's gonna go, and they're going to run away. And with that, Rupert, roll me a death save.
Nat 20.
Yep, you get 2 successes. And with that, next up is Ground Group 3, and they're going to try and hightail it out of there. So Desi gets an attack of opportunity first.
Sure. What can I hit him with? Anything?
Yep.
I'll throw a javelin at him.
Alright, roll to hit.
Uh, 15.
That hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, what is damage? It's 4.
Alright, you deal 4 damage to him as you nick him in the back. And with that, he's going to keep running. And Zoya, this time you get an attack of opportunity.
She's gonna try to strike him down. And I doubt a 10 hits.
A 10 does not hit as he reaches over here.
Alright.
Desi, it is now your turn. Desi, it is now your turn.
Okay. Who was left?
Just Ground Group 3. Trying to run for it.
I guess I'll hit him again with my... Wait, how far are they?
They are 20 feet.
Are you fucking serious?
What'd you roll? Oh, and that went out. Alright.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm throwing 2 fucking javelins.
Alright.
Shit, I'm fucking up. 20.
That hits.
Oh, let me roll damage for him.
Alright.
7.
Alright. It's almost down.
Does it kill him or no? Okay, so I roll again.
Alright.
18.
That hits. Roll damage.
9.
Alright. He's barely struggling as he's limping at this point, leaving a trail of blood behind him. And the guards, one of them's gonna go over to Rupert and is gonna try and roll medicine on him. They succeed. Hey Rupert, you're back up.
Yay!
And with that, it is now Zoya's turn.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but what's everyone's heights in the group or in this general area here?
I think I'm like what 6. 6'5".
Alright.
5'3" as a dwarf.
Okay.
Tall dwarf.
Where about are the guards?
They're about 5 feet tall each.
And the bandit guy that's running away?
He's I'm pretty sure he's a half orc, so he's a pretty big dude, 6 foot.
Okay. Well, Zoya's about say declared back.
7 foot.
Yep. 7 foot, almost giantess by her race's standards. Just rush after the fleeing the fleeing bandit, and she's gonna try to bring him down.
All right.
Try to knock him out. Does a 24 hit?
That hits. Roll damage.
And did you do 20?
He is knocked the hell out as you went 16 over his health. In fact, he just all I can see is he turns. What's your weapon? In fact,
Warhammer held in her 2 hands.
He just whirls behind. He's a warhammer comes straight at his face before he gets knocked out. And with that, combat has ended.
Yay!
Zoya will come back to the rest of the group, dragging the bandit behind her.
All right, and that dragon knight from earlier looks at all of you, and just simply says, "Get the wounded," and says from the back of his dragon, "Get the wounded to the tavern in town. Anyone else, and see if there are any survivors of these attackers." And the guards just nod and start looking around. But then on your guys' point of view, you notice that all the guns that each one of these soldiers start using start glowing. And you see, and one by one, they all explode. And when they explode, they destroy the bodies of the men you guys took down, including the 2 that you knocked unconscious, Zoya.
Oh, come on. Alright.
Leaving just body parts strewn all over the street.
Disgusting.
And then, so, what are you guys gonna do?
I mean, body parts just freaking everywhere.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess where's the guy who was talking?
He's up on a rooftop, peering over it with his dragon.
How does he react to it?
He just kind of like looks at it first, like he gets bewildered at first as his eyes go wide, but then he simply says, "Damn it!" Oh, there goes a good lead. And then he has his dragon climb down the building onto the street. As he dismounts, he looks at the 3 of you and says, "Good work on taking down these bandits, I mean."
I mean, you did most of the work.
All I did was take out a rooftop group. You guys took out most of, and he points to all the body parts strewn about these guys.
Still, you have Big Dragon.
Oh yeah, Ignis is. Oh yeah, but this bigger than him. He says, patting Ignis, which then causes Ignis to like look at him with a really look before like nudging him. What? I'm right. Oh, I should introduce myself. My name's Gaius Igni.
Desi, nice to meet you.
Hello there, I'm Rupert Longbottom.
And calming down after her rage and able to speak and in a thick and a not exactly too thick, so thick you can't understand her, but present Rusanic accent. Zoya Raza, gladiator and apparently bandit killer.
Pleasure to meet you all. And then he inspects all three of you and says, if you guys want, I would recommend going to the tavern to get patched up and everything. Shoo me, and then we'll take care of you.
Shoo me.
Alrighty.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Oh, I said that if you guys go to the tavern, Shoo me and her husband will take care of you guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem, he says as he begins to walk as he walks over to the guards and his dragon follows him.
Zoya just watches the dragon move, just keeping her eye on it.
And then you see the dragon polymorph into a person that looks similar to Gaius as the two of them just start talking to the guards.
Zoya
Oh. Ah, crap.
back.
Zoya will what?
Zoya jumps back, seeing that. Rather unprepared for that.
You guys notice this 7-foot-tall wolf neko seemed to jump at the fact that a dragon just turned into a person.
What? You've never seen that before?
No. Where I come from, that doesn't happen. She motions between like where the dragon was and now where the apparent humanoid is. How do you explain that?
I don't. I just say magic and move on.
Fair enough.
But you did good work out there, Wolf Girl.
Thank you. As did you.
And you too, what's your name again? I forgot.
Rupert Longbottom.
You too, Rupert.
This dwarf says as he looks up at both of you.
Wait, out of character, how tall is he again?
5'3".
The fuck? You are a dwarf.
Wait, no you're not! Crank that down!
No, dwarves are 4 to 5 feet tall. He's overly tall for the average dwarf.
Really? Wow, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then, alright, well, this is like, you are very tall for the dwarf. Why?
Just family tradition, I guess.
That is not normal. I'm so
Oh,
used
no.
to tiny ones.
We had an elf mixed in at one point. Sort of jacked up our heights a bit.
I don't trust it. I keep my eye on you. Tall dwarf.
He is a dwarf, which isn't native to Lalas, by the way. They're natives to Flokia, which have a habit of attacking Lalas.
Okay, but I have not seen dwarves that tall.
Understandable.
It's not natural.
With that, so you guys are having this conversation in the middle of the blood and meat-covered streets.
I've seen worse.
Zoe is just tilting her head at Rupert.
What is wrong?
I faced down some dwarf gladiators before. I'm just trying to piece you together here and your abnormal height.
As am I. I can't believe it.
I don't know about the dwarf gladiators he fought back then, but I knew how to hold myself in combat.
Says the guy who got downed.
Hey man, leave me alone. It's because, you know, they didn't hit me for the first 2 rounds, and then you needed to roll like 15 fucking damage every hit. Sorry.
Apologies about that.
I only have 66 HP.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I will heal you next time.
I'll make sure to pick you up next time.
Right, she is taller than you, dwarf.
Taller than you too, half-orc.
That is fine. I am not intimidated. But still, I would like to see that. That would be
Whoever said I
hilarious.
was intimidated?
I don't know. You are 5'3". Ask me.
I'm not intimidated by you all.
You see the guards kind of like move around you guys as they start searching the piles of meat that are everywhere, trying to find evidence and stuff like that. Some of them go, I don't know what this guy ate, but obviously it just went all over the place.
After my service on the southern border, I ain't
Eastern.
climb up anymore. Eastern border, southeastern.
I was shot in the shoulder. I was shot in the shoulder and grazed in a couple other parts, and I honestly want to get patched up here.
Alright.
Yes, I agree. Now, if you don't mind, I'm about to pass out.
Oh, okay,
As he only has 1
whichever.
HP left. So you-
Alright, we'll go. You need to be healed.
And with that, you guys go into the town. You guys, the market looks, the market is pretty much just acting normal, as if there was no combat outside the gates. Like, everyone's going to work and everything. You see the docks to your left flooded with people working away, taking cargo off ships and such. And you see and when you guys are looking on the market, you see about 3 major signs. You see the Iron Hammer Smithy with a giant with a what appears to be an orc holding a hammer about to smash a sword. The Trask Magical Emporium, where you see a crystal ball carved into the sign, and then the Drunken Dragon Tavern, where you see a gigantic sign of what appears to be a very innovative dragon.
Huh.
That's a dragon I like. That's what he says.
Then we shall get you a dragon. What? I can make it happen. Probably.
Zoe looks at Desna. Or Desi.
Okay. Right over to the smithy as well. Alright. So you guys walk into the smithy, and you all see this orc hammering away at a piece of metal. Oh! Welcome to the Iron Hammer Smithy. I am. This way, I should always have names when I get. I am Yukin. What can I do for you?
We need weapons.
What type of weapons? Can I be more specific than that?
3 battle axes.
3.
Oh, wait.
We were all battle axes.
Yes.
Alright. Any type of battle axe you'll be looking for?
No, as long as it works.
Alright. Well, I got a common one right here made out of some basic iron and steel, if that's what you're looking for.
What about a better one?
Oh, a better one, eh? Give me a second.
What about a big one that swings hard?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
a big one too. Don't forget big.
It's a battle axe. It doesn't come in any size except big.
There are ways.
Those ways ain't a way for an orc, my friend. Anything else I can get for you while I'm looking for this battle axe? I knew I had it around here somewhere.
Zoya will speak up. You happen to have a musket lying around, do you?
That'll cost you 500 gold, my friend. 50 platinum.
Any way to come down on that?
Nope. Those things ain't cheap.
I know. Any way to cut me a deal?
Well, I'll throw you in the powder horns for free. You get 3 of them along with 30 bullets.
Alright. That's a price tag. Alright. If there's a counter somewhere, we'll see Zoya step over to that and start parsing out the needed gold coins, because she's carrying nothing but gold coins right now.
That must be weighing her down a lot.
Uh-huh.
Alright, give me a second here.
Or this is the sound. That's kind of the sound of her digging around.
Alright. Oh, I have a Osmoric steel battle axe. It's cool to the touch. Does an extra 1d6 out of character. Does an extra 1d6 cold damage.
Alright. How much is it?
Well, it cost me. Ooh, this one might be out of your price range, to be honest.
How much?
Each ingot's about 500 gold, and it took me 3 ingots to make this thing. So adding that onto the price, it's a battle axe, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna cost you 1,510 gold.
Altogether?
You do not understand how expensive those materials are. It cost me 500 each for those bars. And he comes back and he puts the battle axe down, but he also puts down the bar of metal that it took to make it, and it looks like it's a black scorched metal that if you decide to touch it, it's very cold.
Have anything that's better than common but less better than that?
I'm afraid not. All the uncommon ones go up there in price. Hey, let me think about this. If you're all looking to do some work for me, I might cut down the price a bit.
What kind of work?
You see, I sent a shipment over to the docks a while back, and I didn't get paid for it.
And what would you want us to do?
Give me my money. That's all I want.
And how much would you bring down if we do this for you?
Well, how much did I say it was?
Altogether, it was 1,000 and something.
Oh yeah, 1,510. I'll cut it down by 1,000. Cause that's how much it cost. It cost me about 10,000 to make all the stuff they needed, but I'll cut it down to like 1,000. So you'll cost me 510 gold.
Okay, well, Desi looks at it's just Rupert right next to them, right?
Rupert and Zoya.
Oh, okay. I thought Zoya went somewhere else. Okay. Which one would you think would be better, common or the cold X?
Either or sounds good to me.
The common one will cost you 10 gold.
I need one that would do better as a packed weapon, but
Don't know what a packed weapon is. Didn't know you can make those type of things with your battle axe, but still, 10 gold.
any blade, good sir.
Oh, if you're looking for any blade, I got a long sword. Actually, I got a bastard sword for you. He pulls out one and sets it down on the table. Now, I recommend being strong if you're gonna try and hand the thing out of character. That means that you need it.
In case you haven't noticed, good sir, I'm a dwarf.
Basically, that means you need 18 strength or higher to be able to wield it one-handed, without disadvantage.
But he's a very tall dwarf.
I
Yeah.
can't even wield it.
Hmm?
I can't wield it, so nah.
You can wield it, but two-handed.
Yeah, I can't wield it two-handed, which is what I would want.
Alright. If not that, then I got a longsword for you. Or a katana.
Wait, out of character. What is a bastard sword?
A bastard sword is basically, it's a bigger variant of the longsword. The way it works is it does 1d10 normal damage, 1d12 versatile. The only way you can wield it one-handed without disadvantage is by having 18 strength or higher.
But two-handed is what?
1d12 plus your strength mod.
No, I'm saying what strength will you have to wield it two-handed?
Oh no, there's no limit. I mean, there's no
Oh,
requirement.
there's no limit. Okay.
There's a requirement for it being one-handed.
Alright, well then, I'll get the common battle axe and the bastard sword.
That'll be 35 gold on top of your 500.
Wait, no, I'm getting common axe.
Yes, 10 gold. The 500 was for her musket. She already paid me that, so.
What?
Zoya bought a musket.
You see
Oh,
Zoya, like, she stops counting. Okay. Should be 500.
Kind of looks at it. He kind of picks all of it up. Yep, that's 500. And then you hear him and then you just see him drag it over the side of the counter, and you just hear it go into, and you just hear it splash in what appears to be, and what sounds like could be a container full of money.
Zoya kind of hits, not exactly facepalm, but pat her forehead. Shield.
Ah, shield. If you're looking for a normal shield, I can get you one for 10 gold.
Alright. Just to entertain you, since you seem to have some special materials here, what will be a tier above?
Oh, uncommon. All those start at 500 though, per ingot.
Ooh, oh. Yeah, just give me a plain old shield.
Alright. And he gives you a shield. Actually, wait, then he pauses wait, do you want a buckler, a normal, or a tower shield?
What? A shield.
You see Zoya, she kind of not exactly jolts back slightly in curiosity, but just sort of looks at him. What's the difference?
Buckler! He puts down a buckler shield. It's a small shield with a strap on it. With this shield, you'll be able to two-hand a weapon without having to let go of your shield.
Okay.
It gives +1 AC. Shield! He puts down the shield. This one you actually have to hold and everything. This one will give you +2 AC. And tower shield! He sets this thing down. It is big. Because of the fact of how tall you are, it is bigger than Rupert. This one gives you +3 AC, but you have disadvantage on all deck saves.
Aye, that's a tall shield there.
Zoya looks at the three. What's the price differences here?
Buckler will cost you 5, shield will cost you 10, tower will cost you 25.
Not 15? The tower shield not 15?
No, 25.
Alright. Ooh.
Look, this ain't no normal shield. I had to make this out of some tough wood, he says, knocking on it.
That's fair. I'll take the buckler for you. From you.
Alright, here you go. You now have +1 AC, and you no longer have to drop your shield to wield your weapon versatile.
Alright.
That bumps you up to a 15 AC, doesn't it?
Basically.
Alright. And then it looks
not as good as the other ones, but hey, I'm taking it.
True. How much money do you have left, actually?
Considering that we have an additional 750 or 725 on top of 15.
You're down to about 200 something.
234.
Alright. And then he looks at you guys, he's like, anything else you want? I know that you're loaded. Don't worry, I can get you the materials that you need. As long as you're willing to pay, of course.
Although I haven't even gotten anything yet.
I thought Desi bought you a battle axe. Or was that battle axe for...
Yeah, who was the battle axe for? Real quick.
I mean, I can pay for everybody's.
No, they're already paying for their own stuff, but they were wondering who the battle axe was for.
For me.
Ah, okay. There you go, battle axe.
Wait, I technically got 2 now, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else I can get for you guys?
Oh shoot, how much was that? My bad.
The battle axe was 10 gold.
And the bastard sword,
The bastard sword was 25, so it cost you 35 total.
gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Yep. He also offered the uncommon battle axe that does an additional 1d6, but that was 1,500.
No.
Except if you took a deal for him, in which case he'd bump it down to 510.
But wait, out of character. If I don't take the battle axe, do I still have to do the deal for him?
No, you don't. It was just an offer for if you wanted to lower the price.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, alright, okay.
And for you, my dwarven friend, I know you look like a smith from what I can tell. What do you need?
I was wondering if I could use your forge.
What do you need to make? I mean, what do you need exactly?
I need to make a new weapon.
Oh, come on,
That
friend.
will fit my warlock abilities.
Friend, that's gonna take you too long to make. It's gonna take you days. I can give you one right now. Tell me what you need.
I need a very special... You see, the problem is... My weapon has to be forged with my own blood.
Whoa! That is, that's a bit above my pay grade, friend. I mean, I could give you the sword and you could, like, soak it in your blood, but that's about it.
Aye, that's why I asked to borrow your forge.
Alright. Go ahead. That's gonna cost you 10 gold to use my forge.
Alrighty.
Per hour.
Can I also buy some ingots off of you?
What type you need?
Out of character, what would be a good type of ingot?
If you're trying not to bankrupt yourself, a steel ingot would be good.
Alright, some steel ingots.
Alright. What type of blade are we talking about here?
Battle axe.
Hmm?
Battle axe.
Battle axe, eh? That's gonna cost you 150 gold for 3 steel ingots.
150.
Alrighty.
He hands you the 3 ingots and says, "Have at it."
Alright. I go into the forge and start working on it.
Alright, do me a favor. Roll 1d20 plus. Okay, so your stat is gonna be your proficiency plus your strength plus your +1.
Okay, so my roll was a nat 20.
Yeah, because of the fact that you rolled a nat 20, it's not gonna take you more than 1 day to make this thing. You were able to finish it in 1 day. You were able to finish it without taking too
Okay,
long.
does it give me any special effects because of blood forging?
What type of warlock are you?
Hexblade?
You now, let me think about this. It does an additional 1d6. You're a hexblade, so psychic damage.
Alrighty. So packed battle axe plus 1d6 PSY. Alright.
Right. Anything else? And he looks at the wolf Neko.
She scratches her head a little bit. No, you kind of cleaned me out.
Alright. Sorry about that, my friend, but the musket costs a bit. It takes a lot to make this side of thing. You're lucky you got the bullets and stuff like that without any problem. By the way, you now have 3 gunpowder horns and 30 bullets.
I added those to my inventory.
For every 10 bullets, you lose a gunpowder horn.
Alright. She holds the musket in her hand. Oh. At least it's a good quality. You know, for what I paid for.
Yep. I wouldn't give you no shite one, that's for sure.
Thank you.
No problem.
She'll, like, sling it over her shoulder or something if it has a...
If it has a what?
If it has, like, a leather strap.
It does, actually. Because it seems like...
She'll do it.
Because out of character, it looks like an 18th century musket, basically.
Okay. Yeah, probably about as long as like a Kentucky rifle.
Maybe.
Alright, anywho. Yeah, she slings that over her back and gets it positioned so it doesn't easily fall or can be taken.
Right. Alright, anything else I can get for you?
No, I think we're good.
Alright then. Yeah. If you need anything, there's a general goods store to my right, he says, pointing over to the right, and we got that magical emporium to the left.
Alrighty. Have a nice day.
Same to you.
Zoe will simply bow slightly. Hope to see you around.
Same to you. And with that,
Step out.
Potato salad.
oh my gosh. Anyway, so you guys walk out of the smithy, and there is a general goods store to your right. There's the magical emporium to the left. To your left, you see the temple across the way from you, and you also see the docks. But you're gonna have to walk around the temple and across a bridge like we did before to get to the docks.
Zoya will turn to the Desi and Rupert. I need to stick my head into the temple, see if I can get something. If you want to go do something else, we can meet back here or someplace else in a little bit.
I should probably go check in with Head Alpha.
Who?
My commander. You know.
Alright.
Alright, well, while you do that, I'll just go see my cousin.
Alright. So we're splitting the party. Alright. Who wants to go first?
Alright.
After you, good sir.
Hey?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, so you head over to the temple.
Zoya will head towards the temple. And she'll head in. What's the interior of the temple like?
It seems to... So because of the fact that you are in Lalas, and this is a mainly Roman Rusanic town, you do see a pillar, different pillars that represent different gods, but in the center you do see Bahamut, obviously taking the mainstay there.
Why you cheeky cunts?
Oh. Give me a second. Let me just change the music up here because we need different music for this. Alright.
Looking around the interior, how busy is it right now?
There's some wounded in there from the attack outside the gates, and it seems to be like they're just spending time healing them. But there's not like an overflow per se.
Okay. She'll seek out either a cleric that is what seems to be a leader in the temple, or see if she can find like a basic acolyte and try to get their attention.
Well, you see several acolytes walking around, but you do see a priest in gilded red and black robes.
She'll go over to him.
And he looks over and goes, "Ah, welcome to the temple. What can I do for you, my child?"
I am seeking. I know this would sound weird, but I'm a traveling gladiator, and there are days where I have either multiple fights back to back in a single day, or in a given week, and I cannot fully heal. I am seeking if you happen to have a cleric in training that needs experience, real out in the world, or if you have someone that, or if you have. Yeah, sorry, Father. But yes, I'm short. To put it shortly, sorry, I'm not good at this speaking or being here. If you have basically a healer for hire
Ah,
or rent.
we do in fact. He's actually a new transfer from one of our other chapels. Brother Daniel, could you come in here, please? And you see this Let me get a good picture of him. I actually did not expect this, so I need to find a picture.
Sorry, I
Oh no! Oh no!
I thought I kind of nudged you. I would be doing this since healing.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
Oh no, that's fine. Keep me on my toes. Trying to find a good cleric picture. You know what? Why don't we go with this guy? So this is what your cleric. This is what Daniel looks like as he comes over. Yes, Father. Daniel, you've been hoping to go out into the world some time now, haven't you? Oh, well, I have kind of, sir, but if you don't think I'm ready, you said before that you don't think I'm ready, so I defer to your judgment on that. Well, it just happens that this fine lady here happens to be a gladiator. And she will need a medical service while she is out there. I think this would be a proper choice of your talents, don't you think? And Daniel kind of looks at you, and he has to look up at you despite being like this 6 foot tall human. He's like, um, um, sure, I could definitely do that.
So Zoya kind of raises an eyebrow. You sure?
I'm sorry. I've never met a wolf knuckle before, to be quite honest. So, see, actually, no. The ones that I've met have been always shorter. Not to say that you're abnormally tall or anything. I'm just saying that. You get what I'm saying.
I see how it is.
Zoya tilts her head and like gives like a polite smile, and she'll lean a little bit to get somewhat to his eye level, and lean forward a little bit. Where I'm from, the average height was about 4'6".
Wow. Oh.
I towered over everyone there.
That must have.
I had to lean over in most of the houses.
That must have been a shock, to be quite honest.
Mom and Dad kind of are still figuring out where the height came in into the family.
That's understandable.
But would you be interested in following a gladiator around?
Sure. You don't mind if I have a fee and everything, right? Because kind of gonna need my Cause.
Oh, I'll be covering room and board, food, and the like for you. So, whatever you would need is basically going straight into your pocket.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And depending on how well I do in the arena, you'll get a bonus also.
Oh, thank you. He says, rather shocked by that.
She'll stand back up. So you signing on?
Well, yes, I am. And the Grand Priest says, wonderful. Then he says, oh yeah, by the way, and he holds out his hand. My name is Daniel Yikovich.
Zoya will extend out her hand. Zoya Graza.
He takes your hand and shakes it.
Now, I need to go meet a friend. Now we need to go head out and meet a friend. So, do you need to collect any of your equipment at all, or want me to?
Yes, give me a second, real quick. And he rushes, and he kind of like goes to go get his stuff.
She'll shout, "Take your time! Don't forget anything."
Got it. He says. To be quite honest, I've been meaning to let him be assigned to someone to heal. He doesn't. Oh, he has a good healer. He doesn't do much renditions. He does get outshined by other new arrivals.
His abilities don't manifest as strongly?
Oh
I
no.
assume?
Oh no, he does. It's just that, well, a lot more better clerics are coming out here, from what it appears like. They seem to be after the troubles that have started up over in the east. A lot more better clerics have come to try and help the populace.
She nods. Anything I should be aware of about Daniel,
Uh,
specifically?
would you? Let's see. He's a rather quiet boy sometimes, prone to stuttering and everything. He tends to trip over himself when it comes to words. Um, he's seen a fight before, so you don't have to worry about much there. He's not going to squelch at the sight of blood or anything. Um, oh, he has a fear of kobolds for some strange reason. Might want to keep him away from those.
I haven't picked up a kobold slaughtering mission in a little while, so
Ah, wonderful.
clearing, kobold clearing. Let's put it that way. Slaughter is a strong word,
Mm-hmm.
considering what just happened.
Yes, indeed. That was quite a horrible bit of affairs.
Alright.
And then he comes back with all of his heads. He's like, okay, I'm ready. He has a whole backpack and everything with a bedroll on it.
Okay. That good to see you're prepared.
Yep. Didn't even get a chance to unpack much, so there's that.
Good. Zoya will extend her hand towards what was the priest's name again? I'm sorry.
He never told you the name. He's just a Grand Priest of Bahamut, from what it looks like.
Alright. Grand Priest, thank you.
He takes your hand. He takes your hand with both hands and then shakes it gently. Oh, it's no trouble, my child. And may Bahamut guide you.
She nods. And then she'll turn to look at Daniel and say, let's get going, kid.
Up. All right. And then he follows behind you. And switching over to who wants to go next?
I can go.
All right. So you're gonna have to. So on your end, you're probably gonna have to head up to the castle if you want to meet your commander.
Well, it's just sort of like the local military commander.
All right. In that case, he would find the local military area would be at. Let me look at the map again. Well, you could find one near the gate. Well, there are local military barracks at the gates because guards have to stay somewhere.
I guess I'll go there and find out where their leadership is located.
All right. You head back to the gate. Let me pull up some music for you. In fact, and they notice you and say, "Yeah, can we help you?"
Yes, I'm here looking for the military leadership, and I hold up my papers.
Oh,
Colonel Rupert Longbottom.
oh, Commander, Commander, and then you see like this tall orc walk over, and he simply says, "What is it?" Colonel Longbottom, I'm here to see you, sir. He looks at you. I don't believe we heard that you were coming.
I was sent down by the military academy in order to investigate the disappearance of one of my students.
Oh. Oh yeah, we did have a guy here from the military academy who was studying under us. What was his name? Give me a second here. He kind of like walks over to what appears to be his desk, and he starts looking through papers, and he has like a ton of papers just scattered all over his desk. A second here. All right. Cassio? Is that his name?
Yeah, yes, that would be the one.
Oh yeah, disappeared a few days ago, in fact.
Yes, he was a good student of mine. I was tasked with trying to find out his whereabouts.
Oh. Oh. We haven't gotten much on that end. We kind of got swamped today with the attacks recently, so you're probably not going to get much there.
No,
We do know that he was hanging. Apparently some witnesses remember spotting him at the local blacksmith and again at the docks.
well, I stopped by the blacksmith quite recently. I didn't see him there.
Well, you could ask if he's seen him or something like that.
I'll start with the docks.
Alright. Oh, yeah, be careful, there's a dragon knight over there. Don't know what his attitude's gonna be about all this.
I'm on fine terms. I'm on fair terms with dragon knights.
Well, you're up there in the world, Colonel.
A couple of them have passed through the academy.
Dragon knights going to an academy?
Well, I mean, it is the royal, it is the Royal Academy of Combat.
Still, dragon knights prefer to teach their own. They don't like other people doing it for them.
Yes, but you see, we have a lot of dragon knight teachers at the academy.
Huh. Oh, that's a shock. And then he hands you the file on Cassio.
Thank you, good sir.
No problem. Hope you can find our boy. Can't lose any more men.
Yes, and I will properly deal with the ones who have caused this brouhaha.
Understood. And then he gives you a salute.
I salute back, and then I start making my way back towards the temple.
Alright. And with that, we turn over to Desi.
Am I being followed?
Perception for me.
Unnatural 20.
You seem to notice someone peering at you from behind a corner as you leave, but then rushes back around it.
I sneak behind him and follow him.
Oh, when you appear behind the corner, he's already gone. Fast guy.
Do I have anything that would help?
Not really.
No. Unless water breathing will help me.
Mm-mm.
Or shadow minion.
Nah. And with that, you head back to the temple, and with that, we switch over to Desi.
Did something happen? I'm sorry, you cut out.
It's Desi's turn, as they decided to head back to the tavern.
Alright.
And you head back in, and you notice that there's a full-on brawl going in on one side of the room. Alright, break it up, you ain't see as you hear Shumi's voice in the center of it, and you see like two guys get pulled into the air. That's enough. You know the rules. No fights in here. Now out! And she throws them over to you, and like they just land like near your feet before scrambling up and running out the door. And the rest of you sit down and drink and eat. And if you ain't here for that, then go to your damn rooms or get out the goddamn building. And then she marches back over to she was gonna march back over to the counter, but then she notices you, Desi.
Why do you not have children yet?
Well, it's not for lack of trying, I can tell you that much.
They look at, I forgot, what's his name again?
Andres.
I can't pronounce it. Andres. Oh, okay, they look at Andres, and then looks back at Shumi. Really?
And Andres says, "I'd rather not talk about it." And then he's as he cleaning out a mug.
Desi whispers to Shumi, so, you've been having trouble?
Oh no, not that. It's just been. Oh no. And then she kind of laughs. That's just. Oh no, definitely not that. It's been busy lately.
Ah, okay.
And she kind of gives you a wink. She's like, "Trust me. There's no trouble there."
Okay, forget I asked.
She kind of laughs. So what are you doing back here?
Wolf Lady and Tall Dwarf are doing something.
Ah, alright. And then she notices your weapon's like, "Oh, got yourself a new battle axe and a new sword, I see."
Yes, I need it.
By the way, what's your strength?
17.
She kind of looks at the sword, and then she kind of like looks at you, and she kind of like grabs your arm, like squeezing like the muscles and everything. It's like, you don't seem strong enough to wield that thing one-handed yet.
Not yet. I will get stronger.
Yeah, you're almost there though. She pats you. She gives you a slap on the shoulder.
Ah, stop, cousin.
How's Vaishon, by the way? Vaishon being the town that you're from. I haven't been back there in a while.
I don't know. I was planning to visit after all of this confusion is over.
Ah, makes sense.
Although, have you heard from mother and father?
Well, I got a letter from them a few months back. They're doing well. They were asking about you, but I hadn't seen you in a while. Off doing your inquisitor stuff. She says, kind of like giving like the like she kind of like shakes her fingers and everything like magic.
Yes,
Magic.
Yes. It is important.
Look at you. First you were an adventure with me, and then you go off being an inquisitor of Jupiter. Stop growing up in the world. You're making me look bad.
What? But I looked up to you, cousin.
Says the girl who took down an entire cult, from what I heard. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Says the orc who took down an entire.
You can say girl. You can say girl.
All right. Says the girl who took down an entire cult. I heard.
It was nothing.
Nothing, my ass. And just says, yeah. From what I hear, that cult was pretty bad. Sewing people's mouths shut, really?
I don't want to talk about it. It was very disturbing.
Yeah, I get that. And then Shumi says, but enough about that. Anything else? You find somebody? She says, kind of nudging you. Like,
I do not have time. Plus, they will come when I am ready.
Oh, they'll come all right.
No, cousin.
Oh, you can like rolls your eyes. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, you stay. Oh yeah, if you head over to Western Lalas, you make sure you stay out of trouble, okay? I know that Rusanics don't get. I know that Rusanics are kind of starting to get more of a downward look now.
That lady that you spoke of. I can't remember what her name again.
Nina. Yeah. Let me copy and paste her name.
Okay.
Because even I can't pronounce this name that well because I think it's Polish. If any one of you want to try and say it, go right ahead.
Nina. Oops. Nina Krasowska?
Krasowska, yeah. Nina Krasowska.
Okay.
W pronounces V in Polish. W pronounced as V in Polish.
Huh?
W is pronounced as V's in Polish.
Krasowska.
Kraska.
Whatever. It's Eastern European.
Krasowska.
It's Eastern
Krasowska.
European. I will tell you that much. Rusanic is basically Eastern European, so take what you want.
Okay. Okay, yeah. This is like, that woman that you spoke of, Nina, whoever.
Yeah. Her last name.
Here?
Is she what?
Is she here?
Oh yeah, she lives here.
Where?
She kind of thinks about it. As I have to. Where does she live at? Oh, I think she lives near the castle. In fact.
The castle.
Yeah. Remember the Holmborto fortress up on that big hill?
Isn't that where other person is?
Drotsky? Oh no, that guy stays outside the city walls. He'd get arrested the moment he was in here if he came in here.
Okay. All right. Thank you, cousin.
For reference, he'd be at the number 6. The number, I think that's a 5 or 6 on the bottom, below the 7, on the right side.
Below the 7?
Because there's the
count. Oh, the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And with that, and Jimmy, is there anything else I can answer for you?
No, but Desi gives her a hug.
Ah, and Shumi gives like a big bear hug back. I missed your cousin.
I missed you too. And my annoying family.
Wait, annoying what?
Family.
Yeah. Hey,
You cut out.
I said, family's supposed to be annoying. That's when you know that they care.
Ah. I missed you too, Andres.
I miss you too. I miss you too, Desi. He says as he gives a smile and walks over to you guys.
Alright, I should probably leave and go back to Wolf Lady and Tall Dwarf.
All right. So my brother said hi. Yeah. I tell that dwarf to stop being so weirdly tall.
God damn it!
I know, right? I'll never understand it.
Let me tell you, if you put some plate armor on the boy, he'll shrink down super fast.
I don't think he would let me.
Yeah, that is heavy armor. He doesn't look like the type to wear it, unfortunately.
I know. This dwarf is very weird.
I know, right? Anyway, I'll see you later.
Bye.
And then you walk out of the tavern. And all of you meet back up in the market.
Alright.
Shit. You guys
Well,
okay?
how was your guys' little adventures?
Nothing special. I saw my cousin.
Understandable.
Zoya looks at Daniel, and then turns to the rest, and then turns to Desi and Rupert.
Oh!
Things went well,
And then
don't you?
And Daniel kind of looks at the tall orc and the slightly tall dwarf, and he says, "Oh, these are your friends?"
They are. Desi motioning to the half orc, and Rupert motioning to the tall dwarf.
I love how I'm not even a normal dwarf anymore.
Tall dwarf.
And then he looks at you and he says, "Oh, pleasure to meet you all." And he gives a slight bow. My name's Daniel Yakovich.
Alrighty then.
Cleric of Bahamut.
Why are you here?
Zoya came to the temple and said that she needed aid. Needed a healer for her gladiator stuff and everything, and I fit the bill. He says, giving a weak smile.
Ah, you have sidekick.
Zoya covers her mouth, trying not to laugh at Daniel being called a sidekick.
And it says, hey, if that means that I get in less fights than you guys do, I'm all fine with that. He says, giving a joke.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
That many fights.
He looks between the three of you and says, he notices Desi with all of their weapons, and he's just like, ah. And then he sort of looks at you and says, wait, are you a paladin? And he kind of like goes story-eyed as he says that.
Yes.
Oh,
Desi is like taken back.
Oh, I've never met a paladin before. It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Well, you will today. You too, Daniel, the sidekick.
Oh my god.
Don't be in the front. You may get hurt.
Oh, I understand that completely. I'll come up with a character sheet for him after the session.
Yeah. Gotta drop that one on you.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey, drop stuff on me as a DM. It keeps me on my toes and it makes sure that nothing gets railroaded. So, this is your guys' story. So,
Okay.
Dumb
Shall we go?
Daniel, back at it again.
oh my
No.
god. No!
No.
Do not make that joke!
No.
You are no longer allowed to
Sorry.
speak.
Alright.
Oh no. Not the tall dwarf.
Oh my god. Anyway, he says, alright, so. And he looks between all of you. What are we doing?
Going to the docks.
The docks? Oh, what for?
Yes.
There's a lot of weird shit that's been going on at the docks. I assume you guys, have some at the docks as well.
Yes.
Well, it was either that or the blacksmith. I'm betting on the docks, though.
How does the blacksmith play into this?
Well, the local guard captain said that my missing disciple was last seen at two places, either the blacksmith shop and the dock.
Oh, we clearly didn't see your student at the blacksmith.
Exactly, that's why I think he might be at the dock.
Alright.
Kill two birds with one stone.
And I kind of want to get a beat on what's going on at the docks anyway, so I
So we
see.
know where to go.
we do.
Yes, let us head down now. Sooner rather than later. I want to be back for afternoon tea.
Ugh,
A
tea.
dwarf like you.
He looks at you.
drinks tea.
Daniel looks at you with disgust, like tea. Ugh, I hate it when they serve it at the temple.
It's an
But-
acquired taste.
A dwarf that drinks tea.
Did I say that it was only tea?
It probably has it probably has alcohol in it. Daniel says.
Oh, it's fucking loaded with alcohol.
Okay. That makes more sense now.
What's your preferred drink, Daniel?
He kind of like frowns. He kind of like blushes. He's like, you guys promised not to tell anyone about this, right?
I
Yeah,
bet you
yeah.
he likes martinis.
Whiskey.
Oh my
So I-
goodness.
He says, either give me whiskey or vodka. We don't get much of that at the temple, but I did have a friend there who snuck it in a few times.
Really? Really?
Zoe will actually laugh out loud at that.
And he says, quiet down. They might be out here. Yeah.
What? I don't believe you. You look more like a wine person.
Oh!
They serve wine. They serve wine at the temple, and let me tell you, it tastes like shite. Kind of
It was probably the
He
cheap
slips
stuff.
into an Angshire accent for a moment before going back to what seems to be a blend between Romian and Rusanic. Let me tell you, I hate it. Back over in like Romian, back in Quad Patra, over in the Romian lands, they drink nothing but wine all the time. Ugh.
Wine is good. It cleanses your palate.
Yes, but when you have it all the time, it just gets old. You can't have something like that all the time. You need at least a good, strong drink here and there.
I agree.
I say that as a cleric. I say that as a religious man myself.
Yes. Very odd.
Well, when we get back to the tavern, I'll make sure they at least slide a bottle of whiskey for the three of us.
Sounds good to me. So, the docks you said?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, you guys lead the way. Actually, no, I can lead you guys if you want. I know the way. Did live here for a bit.
It's probably not a bad idea.
Right. Follow me.
Lead the way.
And he leads you guys. So he leads you guys to the docks on the other side, and that's when you notice is the same Dragonite from the gate. But from what you realize, it appears that now he's questioning people. Like he's talking to people, showing them like a scrap of armor. But then you see the dragon in the background with like kids like all crowding around him, and he seems rather uncomfortable as he's all these kids like climbing onto him and everything.
How far away is the dragon?
Dragon is like 5 feet. Is like right next to his
We're right there.
right next to Gaius. And the dragon looks at Gaius and says, "Do I really need to do this?" And Gaius looks at him and says, "Hey, you bring more people over." This is humiliating. You'll get used to it. I don't want to. Too bad.
Dragon does not like to do plaything.
And then
Yes, I sort of feel bad for the poor dragon.
Me too.
And then he looks, and then Gaius, after he's done talking to this person, looks over to you and says, "Oh, you all! Good to see you again.
Aye, good to see you again as well.
Tell me, what matter finds you all on the docks?"
I'm here to hunt for my missing pupil.
Ah,
Yes,
Yes.
that we are.
Well,
And, and also, we heard you were here doing something.
oh yes, I was asking around to see if anyone knew about this, and he showed you guys like a piece of armor that has that has the sigil of a black dragon painted onto it. But no one knows anything so far.
It appears to be a sigil of a black dragon painted onto armor.
Yes, but I was wondering if anyone had seen it before, and it looks like no one's seen it. But no one wants to talk to me, which is understandable.
Can I roll since you know my blacksmithery background?
Roll history. Wait, roll history. Wait, you're trying to find out more about the armor or on the sigil?
Both.
Roll. You get to roll with advantage on the armor. With the black dragon, you do not.
Alright. 19 for the armor, and nat 20 for the other one.
So from what you realize,
Well, that I didn't add my modifiers because
it doesn't matter. So from what you realize, the armor is both of Roman and Rusanic design, but it seems very similar to the armor you saw in the blacksmith shop. And with the sigil, considering the fact that you taught over in the western part of Lalas, I assume since it is a royal academy, you recognize that sigil is the sigil of Mercurio, the black dragon emperor, who was a past emperor back near the beginning of the Age of Strife.
I mentioned this to the Dragon Knight.
Huh? And he looks back at it and says, why the hell would Rusanics wear this?
I don't have a good...
Can Zoya jog her memory? See if they're try to aid here? Try to
roll history.
This history.
Roll history. Oh, and then Gaius looks at you and says, wait. He points at Zoya's musket. Your musket.
Yes.
He pulls out a piece of a musket that was blown up, and the handle is the exact same design as the one that you have.
Uh-oh.
Oh, please don't tell me I just funded something that I shouldn't have.
Dun dun dun.
He says, where did you get that from?
The blacksmith over by the Grand Temple, the tavern, and the magical emporium.
Oh, the iron hammer smithy, and he's pointing off a distance as if he sees it perfectly. By the way.
Yes, that one.
Gaius kind of like looks over and says, "Huh. So you guys have been there then?" He says, turning back towards you.
Yes, that is where we were recommended to go.
Yes.
Does the armor look like his design too, by the way?
Yes, it does.
Huh. And then Gaius looks at both of them and says, okay, something's going on here.
Yes, and that was the only other place my people had been seen by chance. So, you want to go visit?
Well, unfortunately, this questioning was all I'm able to do, he says as he takes the pieces and hands them to you guys. Unfortunately, I have to go report in with my commander over at the castle. Daniel just suggested that you should take point as you go into the magical emporium.
That's fine.
And Zoya seconded this.
Alright, and guys, does Desi take point on going into the magical emporium? Oh. There we go. I didn't hear anything because I cut out there for a second.
Yeah, it was the cleric, right?
The cleric's gonna be... Actually, the cleric's gonna stay outside because Zoya told him to. They just simply...
Oh wait, I thought we left.
Oh yeah, you guys left the smithy, but he's saying, do you want to take point for the magical emporium?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So Daniel just parks himself right outside and just says, have fun.
We will.
And so you guys walk into the Magical Emporium. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Trask's Magical Emporium. I am Trask. What can I do for you today? And it looks to be a gnome.
Oh, tiny person.
I take offense to that. I'm rather normal for my height, thank you very much. Him, on the other hand, he points at the dwarf. He points at the dwarf. Him, on the other hand, he's a bit weird for a dwarf. So, what can I do for ya?
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but Zoya doesn't even lock the door. She doesn't do the routine she did to the smithy. She just leaves the door alone.
Got it.
Keep going, sorry.
So what can I do for you today?
Out of character. Why did we show up here?
You got the blacksmith said that apparently the guy who bought all the weapons and everything went over to this place to get him enchanted.
Okay. You see a group of people in here lately?
Well, there's yourselves for one. I didn't say good with people, but I did get a huge order. Let me tell you, this is like 10,000 gold's worth. Cost them a pretty penny at that.
Did you see their faces?
Look to be humans, tieflings, and half-orcs for the most part.
Anyone that stood out?
There was like a student or something amongst them. Kind of stood out to me because I know some of the students that like to intern around here. Got a few interning for me a couple of times because they like magic and stuff like that. And stuff like that.
They what? What'd you say you cut out?
They like magic and stuff like that, so I got a few students that like to intern here for me. But yeah, 10,000 gold's worth of equipment. Cost them about 500,000 gold.
500,000.
Yeah, they were asking for it to explode if the user died.
The weapon?
Yeah. Look, people are very attached to their weapons. You can't exactly blame them. And there's also the fact that if anyone else uses them, then boom! And he kind of laughs. Body parts everywhere.
What if we told you they were used to attack civilians?
Oh, I know those are mine. Those are my enchantments. I heard when I heard about the explosions.
So, are you willing to give us the information about them?
Well, I can tell you that I delivered the enchanted equipment over to Warehouse 45 over at the docks.
We already knew that.
I can't tell you much else other than that. There was a mage with them, though. Seemed pretty powerful, and I was like, what the hell is this guy want enchantments from me? He's already a high-level spellcaster. I say breaking the fourth wall.
Did you get a good look at him? Sorry.
Looks to be human. Had like a scar down his right. Had like a scar down his left eye. His left eye was a different color though for some reason. Like I thought that was weird. I was like, wait, shouldn't your eye be white? And oh, he had this really cool staff and everything. It was really awesome. He had really pale white skin. Kind of weird for being a Roman, you know. And oh, he spoke with a lisp too. Desi, I need you to roll history for me.
Okay. Oh, nat 20.
This
well,
sound,
24, but I got nat 20.
This sounds strangely like a cult member of the Whisperers that you had come across before, but managed to escape you. I cut out there. What did you miss?
You said you managed to, and then you cut off.
He managed to escape you, though.
Desi sighs before saying, warehouse, what was it?
45! 45.
45. That's where the order came?
Yep, that's where I delivered it to.
Okay. Interesting.
Alrighty, thank you for the information, good sir.
You have a fine day now. Let me know if you want any magical artifacts or anything. Gonna cost you a pretty penny, but if you can pay, it's yours.
Yes, sir, we will keep you informed.
Alright, don't you have a fine day now.
See you.
As we head out, can Zoya do like an insight check to check this man's sanity?
Alright.
Give me a moment. That was a 15 sound.
This guy definitely has some magical madness going on.
Magical madness.
Like some serious screws loose.
Like
type of deal.
like you know long-term madness in DMG?
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
And now you have a pleasant day now. And Daniel just looks at you guys as you walk out.
Zoya just says, "You too," and like gives like a polite but nervous wave.
And Daniel just looks at you guys and says, "So, how was it?"
Man is crazy, but we figured out something important.
Oh, what did you guys find out?
It's not very good, to be honest.
How bad could it be? He says, giving like a slight smile. You can tell that he's clearly afraid of how bad it might be.
Well, you see, the person we are coming after is related to a cult that I fought before. And then Desi's kind of like uneasy.
Oh!
This person. What the fuck? Did it kind of again?
No, you're good. Oh, internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Fucking hate this. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. The person that we are looking for is running a cult that I came into contact to a while back.
Oh! And he seems really put off by that. Ah! Okay. That sounds pretty bad, I guess.
It gets worse because this cult did not have the best reputation.
Well, what cult does?
No, they sew people's mouths together.
And you see him like clearly pale there. He's like, ah. And he's getting really antsy now as you say that to him. He's like, I got it. Anyone like to roll an insight check on him?
Yes,
I
I
will.
do. I'm scared for death.
Oh boy. I got an 11 on that insight.
Desi?
Oh, I got a 7.
This man looks like he's ready to bolt, kind of. He's like he won't because he's contracted to stay, but at the same time he's like, I did not sign up for this.
Desi puts their hands on his shoulders and it's like, don't worry, tiny person. It'll be okay.
gonna have to hold you to that, because to be honest, I don't want to get my mouth sewn shut.
No, no, I will protect you. I have faced this enemy before.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Do not worry. But
Zoe will also chime in. Yeah. Since you technically agreed to follow me around, I will make, if anything bad happens to you, if anyone as much touches you or tries to stab you, their arms and their backs will be broken.
see, no fear.
I'll take your word for it. Out of all three of you look like you could kill me pretty easy, so I'm gonna take your word on that.
But I will not kill you, Daniel.
I'm glad about that. And then he looks at Rupert and says, "You haven't said anything."
Did we lose Tall Dwarf?
Kame.
Huh?
Daniel
Sorry.
says, he says, like, all of them were talking about how they're gonna defend him, and then he looks at you and says, "You haven't said anything."
Yes, I am thinking.
Ah. Okay.
A dwarf that thinks. Amazing.
Hey, I'm a warlock.
Wait, what?
A tall one.
Daniel Pell says, "You're a warlock?"
Yes, do I not look like a warlock?
No.
I didn't want to assume.
Just because I wear bright, flashy colors.
And Daniel's like, I don't know what my god's gonna think about me hanging out with a warlock, but that'll be fun to find out.
I'm sure he'll be fine with it. From what I understand, he's a reasonable man.
Sure.
Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Let's go with that one, you know.
So, shall we be off to... where are we going?
The warehouse.
Alright, I'll lead you guys to the docks, I guess, but after that, I don't exactly know any specific warehouses.
Warehouse 45?
It's okay. I'll lead you guys to the docks, but after that, it's up to you guys.
Wait, out of
It's up to
character, it was 45, right?
Yes, it was 45.
Okay.
Alright, thank you, good sir.
Alright. And so you guys head to the docks. Alright, so he leads you to the docks. And that's as far as he gets you. He says, "Okay, this is as far as I can get us because I don't know any other warehouses here."
That's fine. Thank you for your service as I drop a couple pieces of gold into his hand.
He takes it and just pockets it. Not saying anything.
Taking this shit.
And then he just like gets behind you guys and says, "Well, no."
Zoya will glance around at the warehouses that are within sight and see if there's any like numbering system.
Roll me perception.
Oh, come on, you're usually rolling hot for me.
I'll roll as well.
7.
From what you
15 for me.
From what you seem to tell, it seems to go that it goes like to where like on your left, it goes down odd. On your right, it goes down even. I cut out there. Where did I lose you guys?
No, say it again.
Just repeat the repeat the relationship, please.
Okay. Actually, let me flop this around. On the left side, all even numbers. On the right side, closer to the C, all odd numbers.
Well, 45 is an odd number, so
Yeah, it's kind of out of character. It's kind of like how schools and colleges are, where they have one side being the evens and one side being the odds.
Okay. So it goes to the right.
Yep. So you guys, roll me investigation. What was that?
17.
All right. Everyone else?
5.
Oh no.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Zoya, Daniel has to make sure you don't get lost while you're trying to look for the warehouse. And
yeah, just walking along and like Daniel's like, no.
not that way, not
over
that way,
here.
this way, and he kind of like directs you the other way. He kind of like directs a 7-foot tall wolf Neko the other way. It's like this way. Follow the orc.
Best sidekick.
Which orc though?
The half orc. And so,
He
and
follows his directions.
And Desi and Rupert, you two are able to. You guys are able to figure out the numbering system enough because even though all odd numbers are on the right, it's so out of order that it takes you a while to find it. But you do find it.
Oh, annoying.
And if you guys, and
It's disorganized.
that sounds like most of this town at this point. Daniel says.
So we found 45.
Yep, you guys found 45, right next to the sea.
What does it look like?
In fact, let me give you a view of the warehouse. Because I do have a picture. I do have a picture of it that I used for ambience for the recording. So why don't I just use that for you guys? Here you go. There is no but the difference is that there are some there is what you guys would be coming in at the bottom, but it appears that the upper deck is where ships would come in to unload stuff. Basically, you guys are coming in like the underground portion of it, while there's a higher area where that's where the actual dock is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Daniel just kind of looks at you guys and says, "Well, we're here."
We can't kick down the front door.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'm just gonna stay out here. I think that'd be best. That way, I don't get in your guys' way.
Yeah, go around the corner. If you hear any screaming and shouting, just
Run for the
sing a little
guards.
song to yourself.
Run for the guards.
If you want to.
Works for me.
If you want.
Also on Roll20, I have shown you a map of the warehouse. It'll be below where the fight was. You guys should be able to see it. Tell me if you can't though.
I can see it.
Alright, so starting back off. Okay. So you guys clearly you guys see so over on this section, I think you guys can see me highlighting this, right?
Kind
Yes.
of.
Okay. This area right here is basically a bunch of stacked boxes. They're all up tall, like they're tall up and everything. They kind of block your view of the rest of the warehouse. You see a staircase to your left. You see a staircase to your left over here. Probably doesn't head anywhere. Boxes all stacked over here. And then you see a stack of flat boxes out over here that have nothing on top of them. Same over in this area.
Right there and
Right
there.
How do I do that pulse thing?
Click and hold.
Okay. This area and this area. They're all like boxes that have nothing stacked on them.
Okay.
And judging by, and actually, roll me an investigation check, please.
Everybody?
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
I'm good.
I got an 18.
From what you can tell, the scrapings on the floor seem to hint that these boxes were just moved into this area.
So who wants to go first?
Not it.
Okay. I guess I go. Big babies.
I'll be riding behind you.
You know, I'm so tall, I might get caught out.
You know what? That is true. 5'3". I'll never understand it.
And with that, okay. So you guys can move your tokens over to the boxes if you want.
Okay. I'm sorry. Which boxes again?
It would be the, okay, give me a second. I have to upload a picture real quick that I'm going to be using. Where is, okay, you know what? I'll just look for it in a bit. Anyway.
How
so,
do I even move myself?
You can, oh, that's right. I didn't assign you your thing. Give me a second here. So,
I was like, it won't let me help.
there we go. Boink. And use and controlled by copy. There we go. Boom. Should be able to move it now.
Alrighty.
So I mean the boxes over here. There we go. These
Oh,
boxes.
we'll go over there. Okay.
So yeah, these boxes. So yeah, these look like they were recently moved over here. In fact.
Like moving over there, like that they're hiding something.
As if someone dragged these over here recently and might have done something to the boxes. You don't know.
Zoya will look at him for a couple moments, and then she pulls out one of her hand axes.
All right, you're gonna try and bludgeon open the.
She's gonna try to bust open the top of one of them.
All right. Can you do me a favor and click and send out the pulse thing on the one that you want to open? Okay. So roll me a strength check, please.
Alright. Could this be considered athletics or no?
You can add your to hit with your weapon to it.
Okay. Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Alright. How does a 24 sound?
Boink! You break that thing open, and it is empty.
Dun dun dun. I walk over and cut the one to the right of it.
This one?
One sec, I'll move myself.
Right.
Give me a sec.
And this one is... Okay, give me a second.
Also empty.
Yep.
Zoya will go down one and pull this one out.
Alright, you pull... Alright, give me a second. I have to actually move you so that I can move this thing out. Yeah, because... So move back for me, please. Thank you. And... Boop. And just to be clear
I imagine it was pretty light.
Yeah, it was pretty light.
And she'll push it like down to here.
Alright. Give me a second here. Boink. Alright.
And then she's gonna go in and try to bust open this one.
And when you bust it open, because I'm not going to have you roll for this, you find that it is empty.
You're kidding me.
I walk over to the next one and knock on it to see if it sounds hollow.
It does sound hollow, alright.
I go to the next one and do it again.
Hollow. Desi, what are you going to do while all this is going on?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking.
A thinking orc.
Oh my god.
Zoya just basically goes down. I'm just gonna mark this. Goes down this row right here, and does the same sort of knocking routine.
All right. They're all empty, from what it sounds like. Oh yeah, Desi, you seem to notice that there seems to be a office area over here.
Where?
Clicking and pulsing right now. Bottom side. You notice it because there seems to be a door right there that seems rather strange.
Okay, I can go over there.
All right. So you guys are knocking on the boxes while Desi decides to walk over to this area. And Desi, what do you want to do now that you're at the door?
Can I check to see if the door is locked?
It is locked, in fact.
I have thieves' tools.
Go ahead and roll with them.
What is that? That's 5.
Because Inquisitors are good at thieves' tools.
Huh? Nat 20, 25.
Yeah, you easily, despite the fact that you're a paladin, thanks to your Inquisitor training, you just easily just pick the lock.
Okay. I don't open it fully. I just like crack it, and then kind of like peek around it to see who's in there. If anyone's in there.
It is empty.
Okay, well then I go fully inside.
Alright, inside you see across the... Okay, so you can move yourself into the room. Inside you see across the wall a bunch of empty boxes and a table to your left with closed boxes over there.
Let me... Can I check the table?
Go right ahead, roll perception for me.
12.
You do find papers on the table.
Can I read them?
They appear to be written in a cipher. I'm going to need you to roll an investigation check in order to be able to break it.
Meanwhile, outside, you hear, like, Zoya picking up crates and tossing them.
Should I just destroy this entire room at this point? Just...
Oh, wait. Rupert's going to lower his shoulder and charge in a straight line.
I need you to roll me a strength save. Roll me a strength save.
Nat 20.
Okay, you just barrel through and destroy all of these boxes that thankfully had nothing in it. Nothing in them.
Dang, they all had nothing in it.
You shifted the map there.
I know, I didn't mean to. I apologize.
You see Rupert look over and go, they're empty.
Oh, I got a 22.
Oh, yeah, you were able to break this cipher, and from what you can tell, they appear to be orders between two people. One of them labeled C, from what it looks like, and the other one labeled M.
Okay, can I take the papers with me?
Yep. And by the way,
Okay.
I'm going to be saying what's on those papers from the top of my head, so you guys are gonna have to write down what I say. Or you guys can look at
Like right now?
No, not right now. When you guys decide to read the papers later.
Oh, okay. All right. What else? There's boxes that are empty already, right?
Mm-hmm. On the right side, and then there are closed boxes on the left side.
I want to go over one and tap one.
All right. It does not seem empty to you.
I'm going to open it. I guess quietly.
All right. Want me a stealth check? Keep in mind you have disadvantage because you're wearing chainmail.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Chainmail. This post was brought to you by a medium armor king. Actually, I'm not even wearing armor. I'm wearing mage armor.
Would you roll?
Hold on. 15.
Wow, okay. You were able to open this thing with ease, as you don't make a single noise. And when you open it, you find. Am I gonna go back in or not? Anyway, you find that the box is filled to the brim with gunpowder.
Dang, I liked my version better.
What did you say?
A singular bottle of rum.
Nope, it's filled with It looks like someone took several gunpowder kegs, like barrels, and just poured them into this box, ready for shipment.
I'm gonna assume they're all in the other boxes too, right?
Yep, that's safe to assume.
Ooh, something I can explode!
No, Rupert, bad. Bad boy.
Explode!
Oh wait, isn't there other boxes behind me?
Yep, all of
Right
those are
next to
empty.
So they're empty too?
Yeah, the boxes behind you are empty. The ones that in front of you are full of gunpowder from what it looks like.
Okay, well, Desi, like, comes out of the office just for a bit and is like, psst, I found something.
Oh, I'm glad you found something. I've sort of destroyed half the warehouse at this point.
Zoya has both of her hand axes out ready to tear into some crates, but stops.
Shh, gotta be quiet.
What? Be loud?
No.
Zoya bops Rupert on the head.
I was just joking.
I know, but just need to make sure.
That's stupid.
So you guys head over?
Yeah, I do.
So you guys head over to that room. Are you gonna join them?
Yes, of course I'm gonna join them.
Alright.
One sec, I need to move my character. Loop.
Alright.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
they're in the room
Desi.
with you.
Yeah, Desi shows them the box full of gunpowder.
Oh, something I can explode.
No. No.
I wonder what this match would do.
No. It'd be funny if they actually lit the match.
Oh god.
Like the match. Like the match.
Do you actually like
Light
the match?
No.
Zoya looks around the room.
Mm-hmm.
Pours alcohol inside.
She'll look around the room. Is there like places where there's gunpowder like ground into the floor?
Mainly around these boxes for the most part. It seems like they were getting ready to do the other side, but they stopped for some reason.
Like this side here?
This side has no gunpowder in it. It seems like that they were getting ready to put gunpowder in there, but they hadn't yet. This side has gunpowder all over the floor.
Zoya will look and just say, if anyone has fire magic, just don't.
What? Blow shit up? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Alright, well I didn't think it was a good idea anyways.
You guys are gonna get so many inspiration points just from this session, I swear to God. Alright.
Okay. What do we do with them?
You'll find out. So yeah, so you find out. So you guys find out that there's a lot that they will like. This is gunpowder, by the way. This is more than enough for the amount of muskets they ordered.
Guys, I think they might be doing something else other than muskets. Perhaps exploding it.
Maybe.
And then you guys hear.
Guys, hide.
But it sounds like it's coming. It sounds like it's coming from above you.
Oh.
From the roof?
Shoot straight up.
Like you guys know those stairs that you saw earlier? Those might lead to the area where it was at.
Psst. I vote we go up.
Okay, but don't shoot the ceiling.
Why not?
No.
Zoya will close back the crate, the gunpowder-filled crate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's. We ought to head up there.
Oh wait, the letters.
Oh yeah, the letters.
I guess you should tell us what's in. Oh yeah, Desi tells them I found letters too.
Alright, we'll deal with those later. Let us first, find out what's about to kill us.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
So you guys walk out of the building. Walk out of the room. And that's when when you guys look behind you over at the ceiling, over at the ledges that are up there, like up on the upper floor. That's when you see. You guys can look at Roll20 for what I'm about to show you.
Alright.
Don't hate me.
You said we can or we can't?
You can see this.
Okay.
But by the way, don't hate me for what I'm about to show you.
Is it a big TF?
Nope, it is. This. You guys can move yourselves outside the room, by the way.
More enemies for us to slaughter! Yay!
What exactly, though?
You see 2 teams of bandits on either side of the stairs, and you see 4 mages near the center, and what appears to be an archmage and a heavily armored man standing in the center as well.
Upstairs?
Yeah, upstairs. You can see them.
Someone get the booze.
Welcome, welcome! And the archmage says as he claps, I'm glad to see you all again. To see that you all made it here just fine, including you, Desolate.
No. The name.
Don't think I forgot you. Don't think I forgot what you did to my cult, to my friends.
I don't think he sounds happy.
I'm so glad to see you.
I think he's rather angry.
Is he? If that's the case, you might need some drink.
Master Rupert, the heavily armored man says next to the archmage.
Oh, it's been a while, good sir. In fact, I ask why you rebelled.
It's not a rebellion. It's more of a, what was the word you said? A revolution. Yes, that.
You're funny, good sir.
Oh, please. Let's be honest, this new Imperator, let's call him what he is, the Seneschal, he's obviously not right for the position of Emperor. And if he can't handle the mental, and there aren't any other worthy heirs, then there's only one person left to turn to. And he taps on the black dragon sigil on his chest.
I don't think that's gonna work. He's sort of been dead for a few years.
A few centuries, but his descendant still lives. A sole male heir who will take the throne back from these pretenders. After all...
Will he? That's the question.
He laughs and says, he already killed the past Imperator, so anything else is possible.
I needed to know that, but I didn't really want to hear it coming from you.
The world is on... Lalas is on the verge of a new world order, the Archmage says. And it has no place for you in it.
What do you mean? I'm trying to be as nice as possible.
Desi, you'll clearly try to stop it. And the other two... Well, I don't know about the Wolfnecko, but for the dwarf... he'll get in the way. You can be sure of that.
You fucking bet I will!
What would you say that we do with this ilk? Well, I think there's only one thing that can be done. We already had the ship's already ready, so He looks at the Archmage. Shall we? And the Archmage smiles. Yes, let's.
I look back at the other two.
He claps his hands together and casts teleport, and he and the champion disappear.
I look at the rest of the party. Now, when I tell you to duck, I mean it in the nicest way possible.
Okay.
And you see,
Now duck.
and you see the mages getting ready to cast Fireball at the boxes that are all towered on the back right side near the entrance.
So, like, where we are, or the other side?
Let me show you. This side. These boxes.
The other side.
These
I
boxes.
can't see.
I go. Now, when I say duck, and then I cast. I believe I have a fire spell.
Do you have
on
any?
the box?
Wait, do you have any spell slots left? You use shield, and
I used shield once. Yes, I have.
Let's use another spell.
He still has space.
Yes, I used 2 total spells.
How many spell slots do you have?
I have 2 third level spell slots.
Yeah, you've used all your spells, haven't you?
Yes, but I can still cast cantrips.
Alright, what fire spell do you have?
I don't have one. I was seeing if I had one.
Oof. Well, that's unfortunate, as they fire fireballs at the boxes, and I'm gonna need everybody to roll a dex save.
Real quick, see if I can get anything.
I rolled a 19, I'll tell you that much.
Due to a class ability, I believe I get advantage?
Yep.
Yeah, danger sense.
21.
Alright.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 9.
12 on both dies.
Okay, Desi and Zoya, you guys failed. You guys.
By chance, what was the DC? What was the DC by chance?
The DC was a 15.
Okay. Alright, that makes me feel a little bit better now.
So 8, 10, 12, 16, 17, 22. You guys take 24 bludgeoning damage as you guys are thrown against the wall.
Okay.
And you were both disoriented for the next minute. And stacking it onto that, just to make matters worse, the building's on fire.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Oi! You cheeky cunts, you couldn't.
Oh yeah, by the way, you took half damage on that, on that.
How much did I take?
What was the total I said? 7, 11, 13, 14, 16...
24.
Yeah, 24. So you took 12 damage.
Oof.
Shockingly enough.
I am low on HP again.
Oh no.
Yeah,
It's fine, it's all mine.
it looks like that fire's expanding fast.
We just...
And you notice that the bandits, and you just see the bandits going like, okay, time to get out of here, as they start running out of the building.
Yeah.
Zoya ain't waiting around either.
But it appears that the entrance on your side, that you guys came in, is blocked off. So you're probably gonna have to follow the bandits out.
Alright then.
Yoink.
Alright then.
Yoink. And with that, let me show you the news. Let me show you what you'll be seeing now. Give me a second. Boom. Oh, wait. And boom. You guys see some bandits getting onto what appear to be rowboats as they're just paddling away.
Oh, that's lovely.
To a ship
I
in the
take a shot at one of them.
to a ship in the distance.
I take a shot at one of them.
Roll to hit. We can take a shot with what
50.
exactly?
My light crossbow.
Alright.
15.
That hits. Roll damage.
What ship is the leader on?
Oh, the leader is. You see the ship in there. It's about like a mile out.
9.
Like they teleported all the way back there. Okay, hold on, give me a second. Let me see the HP of these guys as they're trying to slowly get the hell out of Dodge. So for one of them, oof. For one of them, they seem slightly injured as they take it. They're like, paddle faster!
Doya pulls out her musket.
Give me a second. And this group of bandits are able to escape. As you see this ship disappear. I mean, get closer, get out of range. Alright. Who you want to aim at next?
I'm actually, that one right there.
Alright. Roll to hit.
I doubt a 7 hits.
It does not hit as the bullet whizzes over his head. And give me a second here. As the bullet whizzed over his head, and he is able to get away.
Just to say this right now, that was a natural 2.
Oof.
Oh no.
Just for reference. Give me a second. I just gotta.
Oh wait a minute, that was a.
Yeet. Give me to do
Actually,
that. Yeah, you can tell that I'm not good with roll 20.
There's still some more left, right?
Yep. They're slowly paddling away.
I'm gonna try to hit this one that's like basically right in front of me.
All right. That's about.
With my javelin.
Let me see what that measurement is. That's 50 feet.
Okay.
All right. Roll to hit.
How it is 23.
That hits. Roll damage.
Uh, 6.
Oof. You do a slight damage to him, but he's still paddling away.
Mm.
And it looks like the majority of them might be able to get away from out past their pedaling. And these mages are really good at rowing. As this one gets away.
Okay. Zoya literally just says, screw it. Basically pulls off most of her equipment, save for the hand axes, and is just gonna dive straight into the water after this guy here.
Alright, roll an athletics check for me.
What are you doing?
And she, oh wait a minute. What's the rules on rage here? Lasts for 1 minute, okay. And she rages. So that would be advantage. So, how does a 19 sound?
You catch up to this guy on this boat. You're like, get off the boat! He says, trying to knock her up with one of the oars.
If he tries to hit her, it just simply, the oar just cracks on her head.
Firebolt! And he's going to cast it at her with disadvantage. Yeah, that's a nat 1. So yeah, his magic just...
And she'll pull herself into the boat and start swinging at him to knock him, to incapacitate him.
Roll to hit.
Does a 13 hit?
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Alright. Does a 18 hit?
That hits. Roll damage.
Literally 6 points of damage. I rolled minimum.
Alright. He's mainly fine, but I was like, get off! And he's gonna try and kick you. That's an 8. Oh yeah, that fails. Like, guys!
Whoa.
And he's like, guys, a little help here! And like, you're on your own there, as the rest of them start swimming away.
You're like, see ya.
At this point, she's just gonna grab his head and dunk him in the water.
Roll a strength check for me.
How does a 15 sound?
That beats his 13, so yeah, you dunk him on the water. He's like,
And she's just gonna wait for him to stop struggling.
Remember that ship that I mentioned, by the way? Hey, Desi, roll me perception. Yeah, you see these giant guns poking out of its side, and it looks like it's aiming straight at you guys.
Oh no.
And you hear...
Zoya, you gotta get out of there.
And you hear an explosion as dozens of cannonballs just come racing towards you guys.
Can I, like, run away?
At first, I have to roll to hit. So an 18 for Zoya.
Yeah, that hits.
A 15 for Rupert.
Oof, it perfect matches.
And that's a 13 for Desi, which I assume doesn't hit.
No.
Okay, so you guys take... Wow, that was shit damage. Yeah, 12... You guys take 18 bludgeoning damage as cannonballs race through the building, hit you guys, and Zoya just knock you back off the oar as it sinks into the sea with your prisoner with him.
Almost to hitting me.
Zoya's gonna go down after him.
It looks like he's stuck in the ship, but he's like, and you were already drowning him at that, so he's basically just, and then just faints.
She'll try to pry the wood away and grab him and pull him up.
Roll me a strength check.
All right. How does a 13 sound?
That unfortunately does not make it, as he's still stuck under there. And I'm gonna need you to roll a con save for me.
All right. Oh dear God.
What?
That one.
You cannot hold your breath in any water, and if you don't get out of the water now, you will drown.
She's going straight up.
And you go straight up, and you take a deep breath of fresh air.
Oh, you have a problem breathing underwater or something.
As more cannons come to assail the docks.
Asha, we should probably get out of here.
Probably a good idea.
Yes, we should.
And you guys...
Really does.
So, okay, with that, I think you guys are basically done with this section. So, with that, just roll me a deck save to be able to get out of there.
You know I'm not flexible.
19.
Unnatural.
Yeah, 20 unnatural.
You guys make it out of there, as thankfully some of the building was destroyed enough to where you guys could get to the street below, and you see just Daniel cowering behind a corner like, what the hell is going on?
Zoya will just come up to him and say, possibly an average day.
If this is an average day, then I don't know what I signed up for.
The adventure of a lifetime.
It gets better.
I highly doubt it, he says as you guys get away from the docks. And you see a bunch of people just crowding around, wondering what the hell just happened.
That could have gone better.
We're alive.
That we are.
What happened over there? You guys hear the crowd talking. What happened over there? I think a ship fired on us. A ship? What was it bearing? It looked like it was Lalas flags. What, were the Romanians attacking us? Those damn bastards, we didn't do anything! How can they do this to us? And you notice that the rumors are starting to spread more and more as people were starting to think that the Romanians did this. And then you hear a voice say, I told you it would come to this! As apparently the crowd kind of like focuses on one central figure. I'm going to show a picture of him right now. It's this orc, and he's like, I told you that the Romans would one day come down here and try to destroy what we built.
Who the heck is this guy? Desi whispered.
Rupert stands up. Quiet!
I'm not
It was
here.
not them who fired on you.
Uh-huh.
It was simply...
Zoya will stand up, putting a hand on Rupert. As much as
Go ahead.
As much as I would love the situation to be as the Romans doing this, it was not.
Uh-huh. Sure. And sure, I'll definitely believe that, he says sarcastically, as he says, look, don't you get it? It's us or them. This is exactly what I've been talking about for months. The Rusanic people can't stay like this. And some people are whispering, oh my god, that's Alexander Trotsky.
Are you sure your name's not Leon?
He says, and he just ignores that. He simply says, you guys, you can't seriously believe that it's always going to stay like this. With this new emperor bringing back slavery of all things, it's only a matter of time before we're the slaves here. You see quite a few number of people in the crowd starting to agree with him.
Hold up, wait a minute. You weren't even there.
He simply says, and he looks to you and says, yes, I wasn't. But I know what I saw, he says, pointing at the ship that's actually sailing away with Lalas flag colors on it.
And we know what we saw.
And what was that exactly?
It's kind of hard to explain.
That it was the Black Dragon Rebellion who did this.
There you go.
No one has it. And everyone just seems insanely confused. They have no idea what you're talking about. And then,
those I read.
And before you can continue, you hear a voice say, I think you might want to listen to them. And everyone kind of like parts, and that's when you see Gaius with his dragon and another woman beside him. And I'm going to show a picture of her as well.
Is it Nina?
That could be the very Nina that you've heard so much about.
Okay.
Alexander, you know this isn't the time for that. Nina, don't do this now. You know that it needs to come to this. It needs to come to what? Bloodshed? Marching on the castle and trying to take it? If need be, yes. And Gaius cuts in and says, that is the worst idea I have ever heard, and let me tell you, as a Dragon Knight, I have heard many stupid ideas. What you're suggesting will basically get all of you killed. And he's like, oh really, and how is that? And then Gaius says, huh. Couldn't be the fact that there are Dragon Knights here. Couldn't be the fact that most of them are fire breathers. Couldn't be the fact that, technically speaking, they do serve Lalas. Just spitballing here, Gaius says. And Alexander is clearly annoyed by that.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, it could be any of those.
And then Alexander looks at you all and looks at your group, specifically says, And he says, and he looks at Desi and Zoya in particular and says, "You two look like you're Rusanic. Would you really want your people to keep staying under the thumb of an emperor who doesn't deserve to be on that throne?"
Zoya remains silent for a little bit.
I'm not one for politics.
And Gaius cuts in and says, "Even if he doesn't belong on it, he won't stay on it long. Emperors die. And he's a Dragon Knight, so he's not living a long time, to be quite honest."
I mean, you're not wrong.
And what, you want us to just wait for decades before he finally kills over, while they slowly strip away our rights and what we believe in? That's not what... Oh, God damn it. And Gaius kind of face palms, and he looks at you guys, and is like, "Any help here?"
I mean, there are better ways to deal with this. I mean,
Yeah.
Zoya she'll speak up here. As much as I would like to see the Rusanic people under their own banner, and as much as I would love to see them out of bondage and free, away from slavery, this is nor the time nor the place for this to be done. Alexander.
What were your persuasion?
That
What'd you get?
Dear God, I got a 6.
He does not seem convinced as he says, "Whatever." And then he steps down from his podium and says, and he simply says, "Huh? What was that?"
Zoya will, hearing him, shrug it off. Considering that my whole village and family is thrown into bondage here, considering that it's been, I myself have seen the atrocities performed by the current emperor himself, I hate waiting also. I know what you're feeling here. The anger, the confusion, the whatever. And frankly, it's not going to help anyone. It's not going to help anyone to go off half-cocked. It's not going to help anyone to plan angrily and perform decisions angrily like you are right now.
Alexander.
If you choose to storm that castle, you are sealing the fate of every Rusanic here and in the East. Hell, even in the whole world. I want you to think long and hard about your next decisions in the next few days.
Alexander.
Or this city is going to be burning.
Alexander says nothing as he just walks away. And all the Rusanics are kind of like talking to each other before they start to peel away as well, going back to their jobs. Gaius, this tiefling, and his dragon walk over to you, and Gaius says, and just mouths, "Thank you."
You see, everyone can see Zoya is fuming with anger and frustration and probably about to punch someone.
Daniel kind of like hides behind Desi.
Hey, I'm open to be punched. Please
Yes,
don't punch me.
the tall dwarf.
I'm not that tall! I'm average height.
And the Seafleet woman cuts in and says, "I'd like to thank you all for convincing Trotsky to calm down. To be quite honest, it would have been too easy for him to get his way and basically get people to do what he wanted, and that wouldn't have ended well for anyone. Speaking from experience."
Yeah, but
Oh, women manners. I am Nina Karosvaka.
so you're her.
Yes, I am.
Look at
And Gaius simply says, and Gaius looks at the docks behind you and says, "Do I want to know, by the way?
No.
I mean, we got fired on.
Did you find out anything?"
Um, not enough.
Uh,
We tried.
everything is still confusing.
I mean, we got papers.
Yes.
The papers?
Papers. Yes, we do. Desi pulls up the papers.
What do they say exactly?
I'm not entirely sure. The people on these letters one is from C and one is from M.
They're speaking in enigmas.
Well, by the way, Desi did crack the code on them, so she can read them.
Yeah, but you didn't really tell me what they had on.
Yeah, and this is the one where I will. So I assume Desi's gonna read this out.
Yeah.
So it reads. So one of the letters starts up with C. I've arrived in Holmborto, and I'm currently working on getting the arms and armor that we need in order to complete the assignment. Please send more funds as necessary, as the expenses will be large over the coming weeks. Signed, M. M. The funds have been sent. Make sure that it's bloody. I want to make sure the Rusanics and the Romans have to be at each other's throats by the end of this. C. The smith did it without any thoughts. The promise of money was too easy for him. Now we have a large amount of arms and enough, and we're paying off men to use them. Any further instructions? M. M. Make sure that it's bloody and public. The general wants to make sure that we send a message. We'll be coordinating efforts over in the north and over in the west, to make sure the same thing happens. By the end of the year of mourning, Lalas will be divided, and ours for the taking. So Desi reads that off, and Gaius is kind of pale, is kind of like shocked as he says, "What on earth did we stumble into?"
A cult. Trying to take over everything. Sounds like an
Again.
average Thursday.
I have a question. How much did they spend for the arms? Do you know?
A few thousand gold.
I remember something like 500,000 being thrown around at one point.
And then Gaius asked, "What did you guys find at the docks, by the way?"
A fuckload of gunpowder.
How many boxes?
A lot.
A lot. We weren't exactly able to count all of them.
Yeah.
There were sort of cannons firing upon us.
Got it.
And I tried to recover a mage body.
I assume you can retrieve it?
Considering it's under the water and pinned under a boat right now, she says in kind of a still half pissed off, ticked off, frustrated, whole spectrum of emotions that she could flip into a rage at any second.
Gaius goes, "Damn! Then we're basically known..." He seems rather frustrated by this as he looks at you all. He says, "It's alright." And then he tosses you all 10 platinum.
How much was that? Like what?
That's basically 100 gold, but I would say put it in as 10 platinum.
Okay.
And he looks at you all and says, "I regret to say this, but I think you stumbled upon a conspiracy to overthrow the Emperor, to overthrow Lalas in general. And it doesn't look like this is the type that people are going to be flocking to unless they want to kill innocent people."
Yeah, I don't think that's quite on the, top train of thoughts. I'm pretty sure they just want the king out.
And then he sighs and says, and then and then he takes a deep breath, and you see him stand up straight as he takes more of this commanding look, and then he looks at you all and says, those letters mention the north and the west?
Yep.
That's where I'm gonna have to go then.
Hmm.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling there's gonna be more attacks of this nature going on. I have to try my best to try and stop them.
Yes, probably not a bad idea.
He then looks at you three and says, "Look, when I tell the Magister about this, he's going to want to bring together a group to deal with something like this. The Dragonites are too much in the Assembly's eye, and to be quite honest, it seems like someone in the Assembly is backing them. There's too much gold for it not to be there."
True. I doubt there would be any outside influence on this one.
But if that's the case, then we need an outside group to handle this, because the Dragonites are too public. If we make a wrong move, we could turn all of Lalas against us.
It's true. I have to agree with you on that.
So he looks at you three and says, "If you're willing, would you be willing to head to Hursa, the capital, and talk to my Magister?"
Of course.
Yes.
I'm very much willing to make that travel.
All right, and then he's like, "Where are there? They are!" And he like pulls out a satchel. He pulls out 3 letters and he hands them to you three.
And what are these?
Within recent months, after the death of the Emperor, the capital got locked down. No, unless you have a reference to let you in, no one is allowed in and out of the city.
I mean, I have references.
Yes, but as much as I trust you, I don't know if those two do. He says, motioning over to Desi and Zoya. I mean, you
No,
could.
they generally just call me the tall dwarf.
I mean, you could,
Yeah.
but it's just in case.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Zoya will take the papers, and she motions. My cohort Daniel. Will he be covered with this?
Oh, and then he hands another one for Daniel. Here you go. And Daniel says, "Thank you." And he seems really confused. He's like, "This is a mess." And then he looks at you all and says, "If you book a ship the next day, it'll take you about 19 days to get across the sea. After that, you'll have to walk. Yeah, it'll take anywhere from 8 to 13, depending on how fast you guys are going."
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you for the help, good sir.
No problem. And Gaius simply shakes his head and says, I hope that we can stop this before something bad happens."
Yes, and may the primordial god be with you.
"May Bahamut be with you," he says, looking at him, before walking over to Ignis, and then he pauses and looks back and says, "Was there anyone notable with the group? Anyone that I need to report in?"
I mean, there was the pupil that I've got to deal with.
Name?
I actually don't remember his name out of character, so
It's in the chat.
where?
Above the picture of the docks. It's right below Daniel's picture.
Oh, the Cassio?
Mm-hmm.
Cassio Venezuela.
Understood. Anyone else?
There was something that they seemed like, or like she seemed like she knew.
He looks like Desi.
Oh, yeah. Our character, we do mean the leader, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The leader is actually from a cult, the Whisperers.
The Whisperers. Oh yes, I heard about them. I heard that the Inquisitors routed them some time ago.
Yes, I thought they were over and done with, but no, I guess not.
Well, it's always like my master said, he climbs onto a dragon. If you want to get rid of a plague, you have to burn it at its roots. And then he flies off.
I can't disagree with that statement either. That guy's full of good statements.
You just like burning things.
I haven't burned a single thing yet.
Yes.
And with that, you guys have your letters, and you guys have a new mission. In fact, should you choose to take it.
Guys, I've got a better idea. Let's all just go and get cheese.
What kind of cheese?
I don't know. All types of cheese.
And Daniel says, "But people are in danger. Millions of people. Don't you think we should help?
But cheese.
But people."
How about this? This evening, or now, we can go charter a boat. This evening we can celebrate. And then we're on. And then the next day we're on our quest.
Fine, but how much cheese?
That sounds good to me.
Zoya just rolls
Much
her
as
eyes.
necessary.
The tiefling noble.
Mm-hmm.
Is she still here?
She walked off. Actually, no. She was listening to the whole conversation. In fact, she just didn't say much because she was shocked by all this, and she just kind of like blinks as she realized that it's over.
Sure. Zoya will approach her. I can't remember her title. Or her name.
She's just a noble. Her name is Nina Kurosvaka. Kuroskava.
Mistress Koroskova.
Yes?
Do you know where Trotsky would be? Where
He
he usually dwells?
he likes to hang out by the northeastern gate. But he'll be surrounded by his followers at this point.
Oh. I would at least like to go and try to speak with him.
Good luck with that.
If you want. Says.
Thank you.
Alright. Anything else?
Outside of Zoya slightly making a beeline towards where Trotsky would be.
Alright. So we're just gonna split up the party real quick. To end
Oh,
it
yeah.
up. Oh.
No, then he's like, Zoya, where you going?
I wanted to talk to Trotsky.
Talk
Make
as
sure he's
in
off.
punch?
No. Talk as in rectify, change his course on things.
Okay. No violence.
I'm not exactly in the shape to be dishing out violence.
So you
Still, be careful.
Zoya looks to Daniel.
want me to come along, or
If you want to.
considering I know that I'm Rusanic, but considering the fact that that guy kind of scares me, I'm gonna stick with them.
Oh, she'll nod, and then she'll go ahead and hand Daniel 14 gold pieces and say, reserve a bottle for me.
Sure, definitely. All right.
Anything else? Anything else before I depart?
No.
All right. So, splitting off from the party, you head out to the north. Oh. You head out to the northeastern gate.
Mm-hmm.
You reach a craftsman's area, and you notice the hustle and bustle of the Rusanic people. You see some of them eyeing you, and one of them happens to cut you off on the street, and they're like, "You were at docks, yeah?"
I was letting her Rusanic accent fully come out.
Ah, Trotsky want to speak with you.
And I want to speak with him.
Tavern, down the street.
She nods.
So you're able to find it pretty easily because it doesn't have a name on it. It just has a symbol of a mug overflowing with what might be alcohol of some type on it.
Alright.
Might be.
And you walk into the tavern and you see Trotsky has already reserved a booth by himself as he's taking a drink.
She comes over and basically leans on the end of the booth. You know, where he's sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Mind if I sit down? She says.
Go right ahead.
She does. I imagine there's a barmaid going around.
Yep.
And she'll take out a gold coin, put it down, and ask for just a cup of ale, or like a mug of ale.
She gets it to you pretty fast. And then Alexander asks, "What is it you want?"
I want to make sure you're all right.
I am perfectly fine. Embarrassed in front of my own people, but perfectly fine. I doubt that they'll listen to me at this point. They'll all flock to Nina, and they'll all try to keep the peace, he says with disgust in his eyes. Ugh, keep the peace, more like keep us in chains.
She'll lean in. You can still fight.
Thanks to you, Nina has gathered more support currently. So for now, I am without men, and I am without many things. Holmborto was where I built it, and now it has all come crumbling down in the course of an hour.
I apologize for that. I didn't want anyone to go off half-cocked.
He takes a drink. Do you really believe what that Dragon Knight said?
About which detail?
That things can't get worse. That we can survive the Emperor. That things will go back to normal under a new one. As if that Emperor won't have an heir to take his place. It almost sounds like he's so sure of it. He's so sure the old regime will come back.
I don't know the full details of how the Dragon Knights work. Nor do I like him 100% of the time.
They are our protectors. They fight to defend the Lalas, even from its own sometimes. After all, it was the Dragon Order that led a rebellion against the Emperor back in the day, back during the Age of Conquest. He says, taking another sip. And without a current Dragon Knight as their Emperor, who's to say they won't do so again? Who's to say they won't try to instill their own?
We'll have to see. Now, there is one thing you can actively fight against.
Slavery. Yes, I have heard. I have freed a few slave bands myself, but nothing can be done from my point of view. It would have to be it all leads back to one place, the capital, the seat of imperial power, and will the assembly and the Imperator make their home and make their rules. Where the Imperator sits back and lets their assembly do whatever they want. He takes another drink. Back with Marcus, at least, he might have taken power from the assembly and taken our representatives, but he at least got stuff done.
At this point, Zoya basically has him put down the drink. I am fully aware that it all leads back to the capital. I am fully aware that the situation right now is insurmountable on your end, and also on my end. What I said back there was all truth.
I had no doubt.
Now, I ask you this. When will be the next slave ship leaving or coming?
Within a few days, in fact, there was one coming from Ventamas, one of a major Rusanic harbor up north. They thrive. So does the criminal empire there.
Sorry, 1 second, Keith. Are the rest of us good?
I will be doing a quick summary of like what you guys do for the rest of the events, but
Okay, because I'm getting tired since it's
yeah, I'm
plus
gonna,
1.
yeah, I got it.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Zoya, will this ship be empty?
And in grins, it'll be empty when it gets here. It'll be empty when it tries to leave from here, rather.
Okay. Now, one thing I would really like to hear is a whole slave ship losing its slaves.
That'll most certainly be done.
And also I want to hear every slave ship that comes in here burning to the water line.
Works for me. But I want you to do something in exchange for me.
And what is that?
You say it wasn't the Romans who did this. Well, in that case, and he leans in, you find the bastard who did this, who attacked my home, and you tear his head off.
I'll make sure the skull is shipped to you.
Good. And then he sits back. Then I leave the Rusanic people, and you're capable.
She takes out the 10 platinum coins and sets them in the middle of the table. They might be... You're still needed. I'm going to be taken far away. I'm going to be taken away from the Rusanic people. I'm going to need me. Don't let the fire go out in their hearts. Kraskakov might be trying her method. But as soon as that fails, we might have to do our thing. Alright. You speaking, Keith?
He simply says, "I understand." Ow, and then he kind of gives a hand motion. He gives a hand motion. And he says, it'd be best for you to go. After all," he gives a smirk, "you have to make preparations for the capital, and let me tell you, it will be a shock."
She nods. Passes the mug of her ale over to him.
He takes it. "I wish you luck."
And I wish you luck.
You cut off there.
If anything happens to you, I want to hear about it.
Don't worry. the world will hear about it.
Then she'll stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Simply pat him on the shoulder and walk away.
And he greets you goodbye as you leave the tavern. And as you all celebrate for the rest of the day, the festivities go for both a long time and a short time, as the next day you board your ship and take off for the first leg of your journey to the capital. You head to the capital of the Empire of Dragons.